Very generous.
Take a picture to make it a
Yeah,
picture.
take a picture. Let's redo that.
I got it on camera.
Oh, okay. Well, let me have my picture, so,
All right, well, just step over this
Oh,
way.
okay. oh, yeah. You know, I can do this. Okay.
Thank you so much. We appreciate this, your generosity and your help. As you know, as you pull through here, the playground area is kind of the front porch, and that's what people see when they come in. It's a little bit old and decrepit. We have some younger kids who are in wheelchairs who need a new playground, so this will help us. We actually have a nonprofit and a fundraiser who is helping us solicit funds for a bigger, even bigger playground, but they often want to know, is anybody else kicking in? Is anybody else pitching in? So we can say the Strugglers Hill is helping us out with that. So we're grateful, we're humbled, we're appreciative of your help, and you're always welcome here at this school. Thanks for all that you do. Appreciate it. Thanks so much for your time, guys.
Before you leave,
Yes.
John, I would like to tell everyone that John is going to be our speaker at our May Livable Neighborhood meeting. And I am so, we haven't had our executive board meeting, but Andrea did send me a message.
I'm honored to do that.
So
Thank you for asking.
Yes.
Part of our mission is to, to be a voice for this school in the
Yeah.
community, to let the community know that we're here, that we care, and we're proud to be here. I know that sometimes people tell me they drive by the school, and I've never been up here, lived here 40 years, so we tell them to come up, and we want to lower the gate, proverbially welcome people into our school, tell our story, and I think it resonates with people when we do that. They understand what this is about, and proud to be here for 152 years. We want to stay here,
Yeah.
and
Just a statement. About 2 weeks ago, Congressperson Davis was in the area, and we pointed out to her that the Carriage House is the second oldest building in Wyandotte County. The Wyandotte gave that to the state to build that. And she said she was maybe one time to come and take a look at the Carriage House. Just another
would love.
You might invite her.
Wow, yeah, that'd be great. You know, the Carriage House is an old building, and people are curious about it. It has asbestos in it and very expensive to repair. It's too old to tear down, too expensive for us to really repair without going to ask for a lot of money. We'd love a champion to come in and say we'll help fix that building up, but it would take a lot of money.
It's very historical.
It is. And I'd love to hear some more about the history of it if people know about it. I know that I tell people that there used to be horses and coal come out of that building. One of the legislators asked me this year, how old are your buildings? I said, well, we have one where coal and horses used to come out to heat the building. He said, that's an old building. So we're proud of that too. We're proud of the history, and we don't want to see it go away. The longer it sits without repair, the greater the risk of losing it to fire or lightning or something like that. So we'd love to get a champion. KU Architecture School was here a couple weeks ago. They took a particular interest in actually the Brighton building where our pool is. They want to come look at that and help us reconfigure that building. But we'd love a champion for the Carriage House because it does have, I've got a picture behind my office of a man in a top hat behind two horses, and behind him is a wagon filled with students. And if you look in the distance, you can see the Carriage House behind him. So it was probably early 1900, right before the vehicles.
They do art over it. They still do anything in that building?
It's really not inhabitable. It's not safe.
Oh.
So the Accessible Arts, we moved to what we call Vogel Basement. They're still here. We're full in Johnson and Vogel. That's where everything takes place.
Okay.
And Carriage House really is kind of a place where we store, move furniture, move it in and out of there to keep it dry. But we don't occupy it because it's not safe. So anyway, we're grateful and appreciative of this. It means a lot to us, and our kids and staff, thank you for your contribution. What I will do is keep you apprised as we keep getting money. And when we reach a point where we're ready to build, we'd love to have you come out and maybe take a picture with us when we get to that point.
Well, when you get ready for the fundraiser, if you have flyers or something, we could take it to, share it with the Livable Neighborhood group.
We'd love to do that.
Because that's what they, different groups bring their flyers.
Sure.
And just letting people know what's happening in the community, and I think that would be a way also, for people to be able to experience and to come
Yeah.
to the school here.
Right, we have a nonprofit that's helped us, the Casey Blind All-Stars. I want to mention that in September, we'll be doing our first 5K right here, starting
So I
in.
will come on time.
So bring your shoes, you can run, walk, or crawl, but we'll,
I got the time mixed up.
we'd love to see you the 21st. Graduation here is next Thursday. Anybody's welcome if you want to come in, and
What time is it?
1 o'clock
Next Thursday.
in the library, the 16th. But again, you're welcome to come. We'd love to have you. I don't mean to keep any more of your time, but thank you so much for your generosity.
Where is the carriage house?
Carriage House is on the north side of campus. It's right, I guess.
It's the last building. Now, it's a small building. The building that had the Kansas State School for the Blind, the building right east of it. I just had an opportunity years ago to go in there and look at some stuff.
Apparently lightning hit it at one time.
Oh, okay.
And they don't, it's creaky, a lot of creaky stairs and so forth, but people are curious about it, and there is a lot of history here, no question about it, and we love that. We are very proud of our history, but we also are moving to the future as well, so it's all connected together. But thank you for your time, very generous. Have a good night.
One other point, excuse me.
Sure.
This group works at Big 11 Lake on Saturday, and it's such a beautiful sight to look up the hill and see the School for the Blind. And I have mentioned that to people. That's a beautiful sight, that the School for the Blind is right up the hill, and there the people are giving food and different items to people. They got together on the internet, I think, or the other one, Facebook. So that's a beautiful sight to look up the hill from the lake and see the Kansas State School for the Blind.
I say this is the prettiest spot in Wyandotte County. I take guests and I have them look out over the city, over the lake. And then, of course, KCK is right there, and then downtown Kansas City, Missouri. We got Gates Barbecue burning meat there right across the lake. It's the prettiest spot in Wyandotte County. And
It's beautiful, it is.
and we're proud to be here. We appreciate you talking. You're part of us telling our story. People don't know about us. They often confuse us for the School for the Deaf. So we love when our friends talk about us and share what we do. It's been my goal to open the gates, let the community come in and be a part of it. We've made some real strides with that. People know more about us now. And you're part of that history. You guys have been here a long time. So I consider this your property, your school, as well as mine. Okay? Thank you so much, guys. Have a good night. Yeah, how are you?
Okay, first I'd like to say, we want to thank our policing officers for helping us with our garden. They really work diligently, and hey, I just can't say thank you enough.
I really enjoyed it.
It was a blast.
Yeah.
It was fun.
They brought us a load of, I almost said something else.
A whole truckload of it.
Yeah, and helped load it and tilled it in.
Yeah, and it also helped trim our fence line,
Yeah.
down some small trees and stuff, all the way around. Real good, yeah. I noticed one of them that's, I don't know if it was the one you see that cut Miss Coleman's grass
Yes.
the same day.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, that was so nice, and something else the officers did too was very unusual, I thought, so, but you get your reward in heaven. I'm not really, no, that's true.
Now see, you know what they told me? They come to the street, stopped in front of my house, told me they didn't want to see me in the neighborhood.
And then you know what he told us? He'd be up there helping us with the garden. Where was he at?
All right.
She put me to work.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, she
You
put me
gotta
to
eat
work.
these brownies.
I had a to-do list.
Yeah, he had an excuse list.
God, it was good. Yeah, I still got my key.
Well,
Yeah, okay.
all right, we really don't have, we haven't had much going on as far as crime, in the neighborhood.
That's good.
Things have been nice and quiet. We have been getting, in the city, we've been getting a lot of illegal dumping. Officer Mullen and myself have arrested about 4 people in the last 2 weeks for illegal dumping. And so we're really following up on it. We're trying to get the city cleaned up. The commissioners, the mayor, they're all really big into cleaning the city up. And so they're really pushing hard. We're getting some equipment. We're gonna meet with the guy from Kansas City, Missouri, that it's like kind of like the guru on illegal dumping. He's gonna be in a meeting next week. I'm gonna set in and listen, see if he has any ideas for some stuff that we can do in the area. If you see anybody with a load of junk in the back of their truck and they look like they're pulling to an empty lot and emptying it off, please call. Please put a call in and just say, hey, here's your truck, this is what it looks like, and they're throwing trash on the side of the road or whatever they're doing. That really helps us. We care about that because we all live in this city and it's, you know, we all live here in the community and it looks bad. So, they're really pushing for us to do a lot in that, and we've actually made some good strides. I sat there and watched video for a couple hours a day sometimes. I sit there and rewind it and just watch the video looking for movement and then go back and trying to find leads on these people that are dumping trash out and things like that. So that's something that we're working on really hard right now, but we've had some success. But the good news is the neighborhood has been quiet. Like it's been good. We don't have any trends coming up in your guys' area. Driving around, everything looks nice. It's warming up. It's been raining like crazy.
Yeah.
Grass is growing. Every time it's dry, I'm mowing. I've been sitting on a mower for hours and hours these last couple of weeks. And so when it rains, I take a break. And so neighbors are going to start getting more trees and stuff growing in their fences, and they're going to get more weeds and things like that. When there's complaints that you have of neighbors that just have too much stuff, 311 is the number to call. And the reason that we prefer that 311 is the number it's called because they log it and they track it, and that way there's accountability. Because if you call somebody at a random office, if they don't do anything about it, that call's not tracked. It's just, I'll take care of it, then if nothing happens, then nothing happens and it got lost right there. But with the 311 system, it's tracked and it's traced. So that helps to make sure that the items that are reported are getting taken care of. So when those issues do start rising up, utilize 311. That will help us out as the government agency in that. I don't know, is that a big issue in the area? I mean, probably not yet, but, okay.
Well, Chester does a good job of, I don't know what you call 311 or what, can you ask me about the grass next door to me? Did you call 311 or, okay, well, they cut it, they didn't do a very good job, but they cut it down.
They cut it, yeah.
They
I don't
usually just chop up the snakes and the mice in it.
Oh,
I mean, it's so
I
tall.
thought I saw a bigger.
Does anybody have any complaints, any issues in the area that you'd like for us to address?
There's a trailer or whatever it is, it's parked next door to the garage. People haven't moved in yet, but it just stays parked there.
It's a trailer, is it in a driveway?
It's in the back, it doesn't bother anybody.
Well, why is it just sitting there all the time? And then a man comes out occasionally. Why would you park in somebody else's?
Well, I think they own part of their house. The people are doing the work there. They're the ones who are doing the work there.
I've never seen those. I thought the people doing the work there had those white trucks and some kind of a
Is
red
it
truck.
across from the garden?
Fine.
Across from the, which
It's
area?
right next to the little house on the corner, 12th and Everett.
Okay.
There's a.
Where we were cutting the tree line
Yeah,
at?
talking about that trailer.
Yeah,
that's sitting there.
yeah, okay.
The trailer was on the grass between the
Yeah.
garage and the fence, and they moved it on, you know,
Onto
where the
the
garage is, yeah, moved it on the pavement.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if it's on the pavement and it's currently registered, or if it's only a single axle trailer where they don't have to have registration, we can't do anything.
Well, they, the one,
But if it's in the grass, we could give them a notice to, that it needs to be parked on approved surface. If it wasn't registered, then we could address it, but if it's under 2,000 pounds, then the state of Kansas does not require them to register it. So our hands would be tied at that, but we can look into it, but if it's registered and it's on approved surface, then there's nothing, we can't tell somebody, hey, use your trailer or sell it.
I thought they were parking, since nobody lives in that house yet, I was wondering why they were parking down there.
Do you think it's the people that work on the house that own the trailer, or you think somebody's parking a random trailer there?
I just think it's somebody who doesn't live there.
nobody lives in the house,
Okay.
but the people that go